Today, we're jumping into a song that pretty much everyone knows. We're going to figure out how a simple pair of shoes became this massive symbol of rock and roll. You know the line, right? It's one of those warnings that's just burned into your brain. Super simple, super direct. But is that all there is to it? What's really going on behind that famous demand? And that is the big question we're digging into. Are we just talking about a funny line about some fancy shoes? Or is there something way, way deeper here? Something about who we are, about pride, and about what rock and roll is all about. All right, first things first, let's talk about the shoes. I mean, the actual shoes. Because this song, it's like a perfect lesson in how you can take a regular old object and just pack it with meaning. The idea here is what we call a symbolic object. And pop culture is just a genius at this, right? It takes a physical thing and turns it into a symbol for, I don't know, a whole bunch of ideas and emotions. And that's precisely what's happening here. These shoes, they're not just shoes anymore. Nope. They've become this compact little symbol for the singer's identity, his dignity, and, that boundary line you just do not cross. And really, the magic is all in the specifics. Think about it. They aren't just any old shoes. They're blue. That screams flair, personality. And they're suede. That's a delicate material, right? It's vulnerable. It costs money. You got to take care of it. So all of a sudden, this warning, it's not about footwear anymore. It's this whole mini drama about respect. What this song just nails is this very modern idea that the stuff we own, it's part of us. It's an extension of who we are. So you mess with the shoes, you're messing with the person. Simple as that. But, okay, the song's meaning isn't only about the shoes as a symbol. There's also this incredible story behind it. A story that, well, it involves two absolute legends of rock and roll. And this is where the real drama of the song's history comes in. On one side, you've got Carl Perkins. He's the guy who actually wrote it, recorded it first, a true rockabilly pioneer. But then, on the other side, you've got Elvis Presley, the king. He's the one who took the song and just blasted it into the stratosphere, making it this timeless anthem. And look how fast it all went down. We're talking about a single year. In just 1 year, the song goes from being Carl Perkins' baby to being this global phenomenon that most people connect with Elvis. And that's all thanks to the raw power of TV and mass media back then. There's actually a term for this, cultural transfer. It's basically what happens when a piece of art travels from its creator out into the big, wide world. And along the way, it kind of gets stamped with the identity of whoever made it most famous. It's not that the original gets erased, but it for sure shuffles how we remember things. And it's a really powerful lesson, right? It shows us that what we remember as a culture, it's not always about who was first. A lot of the time, it's about who had the bigger microphone, the access to TV, the superstardom, the power to make their version the one that everyone remembers. Okay, so we've got the symbol, we've got the history, but the song's power, it's also about something else. It's in how it's delivered. The song is basically a script for how to be cool. Seriously, try to think of the lyrics less as just words and more like stage directions. They're telling the singer exactly what kind of attitude to have. Assertive, yeah, maybe a little bit playful, but absolutely 100% in control. In fact, you can break that whole attitude down. First, there's the voice. It's delivered with total swagger, not anger. Second, the rhythm. It's a beat that makes you want to dance, not run away. And last, the gesture. The line itself is a physical cue. You can just picture the singer pointing down at their shoes, can't you? And this really hits the nail on the head. So much of that early rock and roll charisma was about finding that perfect balance, being in charge, but making it look totally effortless and cool. So let's put it all together. You've got this powerful symbol, this dramatic history, this killer attitude. So how did the song make the leap from being just another hit song to becoming this permanent part of our culture? Well, the answer is a process called Canon formation. It's a fancy term, but it's basically how a song graduates from being popular to being a classic. And it happens because it just gets repeated over and over and over again by all these different cultural gatekeepers. And boy, has Blue Suede Shoes lived a lot of lives. I mean, think about it. It's been covered by countless artists. It's the go-to song in movies when they want to say, hey, it's the 50s. You'll see it in music museums. You'll find it in history of rock classes. And every single time that happens, its reputation as a classic just gets more and more solid. And really, that's why it's still so important today. It's like the perfect teaching tool. In just a couple of minutes, this one song teaches you how to look at a fun piece of pop culture and see all the deep stuff, the history, the identity, the meaning that's packed inside. So, what's the big takeaway for us? The song is really this timeless statement about personal boundaries, about protecting what makes you you. Which leaves us with a really interesting question, one that's just as real today as it was back then. What are your blue suede shoes? What's that one thing you protect no matter what? The line you will not let anyone cross.